Some guests check in for a night. Others never check out. These are true accounts from real hotels, where something still walks the halls. Every hotel you've ever stayed in has a history. The transient nature of these places, with thousands of people passing through every year, leaves an impression. A sort of energy. Usually, it's just the faint echo of laughter or hurried footsteps. But sometimes, it's something darker. Hotels are meant for rest, a temporary home away from home. But behind those soundproofed walls are stories management would rather you never hear. Tales of despair, sudden violence, and lingering sorrow. These aren't just ghost stories told around a campfire. These are documented events, witnessed by staff and guests who checked in for a relaxing getaway and left with a chilling story they could never forget. Tonight, we re-unlocking the doors to 3 of the most infamous hotel rooms and hallways in the world, places where the past is never truly in the past. So, turn down the lights and make sure your door is locked. We're about to check in. Our first stop is in downtown Los Angeles, at a hotel with a reputation so dark. It has been nicknamed the Suicide and the Hotel of Death. This is the Cecil Hotel. Opened in 1927 as a grand destination for business travelers. The Great Depression quickly changed its fate. It became a haven for the lost, the desperate, and the dangerous. Over the decades, its halls have been the backdrop for numerous unexplained deaths and grisly crimes. Notorious serial killers, like Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, and Jack Underweger called the Cecil home while carrying out their reigns of terror. But the story that truly cemented its haunted legacy in the modern age is that of Elisa Lam. In 2013, the 21-year-old student vanished during her stay. The last known sighting of her was in a chilling elevator security video that quickly went viral. The footage shows Eliza acting erratically, pressing all the elevator buttons, hiding in the corner as if from an unseen pursuer, and making strange gestures with her hands. The elevator doors themselves seem to malfunction, refusing to close. Then, she walks out, and is never seen alive again. Weeks later, after guests complained of low water pressure and a strange taste, her body was discovered inside one of the sealed water tanks on the hotel's roof. The rooftop was locked and alarmed, and the tank's heavy lid was impossible for one person to lift and close from the inside. Her death was officially ruled an accidental drowning. But the circumstances remain a haunting mystery. How did she get up there? Who or what was she hiding from in the elevator? To this day, staff at the hotel, which has since been rebranded, still swear that the elevator, where she was last seen, often moves between floors by itself, especially around 3 a.m. The doors will open to an empty hallway, wait, and then close again, as if giving a ride to a guest who never checked out. Now, let's travel from the grid of to the majestic snow-capped mountains of Colorado. Here, nestled in Estes Park, stands a grand, historic, and notoriously haunted hotel, the Stanley. If this place looks familiar, it should. It was a single-night stay here that inspired horror master Stephen King to write his iconic novel, The Shining. King and his wife were the only guests in the sprawling hotel on the last day of the season, and the eerie emptiness, long corridors, and sense of isolation sparked the terrifying story of the Overlook Hotel. But the Stanley's paranormal activity began long before King's visit. The most famous room is 217, where he stayed. Guests in this room have reported their luggage being mysteriously unpacked, lights turning on and off by themselves, and an unseen cold presence settling on the bed. The hotel's original founder, Freeland Oscar Stanley, and his wife, Flora, are said to have never truly left. Flora was a talented pianist, and staff and visitors frequently hear the faint sound of a piano playing from the music room, only to find it completely empty. Her spirit is said to be a friendly one, a spectral hostess who still watches over her beloved hotel. Mr. Stanley himself is often seen in the lobby in the billiards room, his favorite spot, sometimes appearing in photographs as a ghostly figure in the background. Children's laughter is also heard echoing in the halls of the 4th floor, which was once the servants' quarters. The Stanley Hotel embraces its haunted reputation, offering ghost tours to brave visitors who want to experience the supernatural firsthand. It's a place where the spirits are as much a part of the guest experience as the stunning mountain views. Flora Stanley, it seems, is determined to keep her guests in. For our final story, we go to a hotel in Canada, to a room so terrifying, it no longer officially exists. We're talking about room 873 at the Fairmont, Banff Springs Hotel. The official story is that the room was sealed to create a larger suite next door. But hotel lore, whispered among staff and passed down through generations, tells a much more sinister tale. According to the legend, Many years ago, a family checked into room 873. In a fit of madness, the father murdered his wife and young daughter before taking his own life. Ever since that horrific event, guests who stayed in the room reported being terrorized by unseen forces. They would be awakened in the middle of the night by blood-curdling screams. Maids would clean the room, only to find small, bloody handprints appearing on the bathroom mirror, impossible to wipe away. The most disturbing reports came from guests in the adjacent rooms, who would hear a little girl crying or playing in the sealed-off space. Eventually, the hotel management had enough. They permanently sealed the door, bricking it over and covering it with drywall to match the rest of the hallway. You can still find the spot where the door used to be if you look closely at the wall. Yet, even with the room physically gone, the haunting continues. Guests in the room next door still report waking up to find small, bloody handprints on their wall, handprints that mysteriously vanish by morning. The room may be gone, but the spirit of the little girl is still trying to leave her mark. The Cecil Hotel, the Stanley, room 873. All of these places are still open for business, still waiting for the next check-in. They stand as monuments to the idea that some places hold on to the past with a chilling grip. A hotel room isn't just for walls. It's a container for human experience, for joy, for sorrow, and sometimes for pure terror. So, the next time you slide a keycard into a hotel door, take a moment. Listen to the silence. You never know who might have stayed there before you, and who might have never left. Would you stay a night? Let me know in the comments. Write check-in if you're brave enough to spend a night in one of these hotels, or no vacancy if you'd rather stay safe at home. If you enjoyed these true tales of terror, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more true horror stories every week. Thanks for watching, sleep well, and remember to always check out